Hey y'all, I figured I'd give you an update of what I got going on. I finally got my fourth light, so the tower is surrounded with 5T dual lights going all the way around. I mentioned in the other video, these are, I believe they're called Duralux lights. They're cheap, but actually they're working out pretty good. They were only $38, I think it was $37.99. So you might as well say 38. I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna need one more light just to make sure that they've got good coverage, because you can kind of see some areas that seem a little dark to me, but I'll know. They're growing, so something's right. Anyways, if you go all the way around, and they're pretty evenly lit. Anyways, I'll show you what I got going. I've got a couple pockets here that first time I'm trying to actually plant tomatoes from tomatoes, so I'm gonna see if that actually works. But I've got some baby lettuce coming in. Actually, I think that's yeah, I think that's lettuce. Over here, I want to say that is more lettuce, and then I've got some Swiss chard tomato plant. This is grocery store, transplanted grocery store lettuce, leafy green lettuce, something like that, I can't remember. Some celery, again grocery store transplanted. My green onions have gone crazy. I mean, they're just growing really well in this system. My lettuce, that's probably 2 weeks, I guess, of growth in here. It's doing well, but I'm thinking it's a little bit slow. It's doing, my parsley's doing okay. I think my light is a little bit too close for it, because you can see it's got some browning on the edges, but my new growth that's coming in is looking a little yellowish, so it might be a matter of it's not quite getting what it needs. And we've already eaten off this lettuce here, so this is the second go around on this one, and they're doing really well in this. And then you go back behind here, and that's my other lettuce that's only about 2 weeks old as well. And it's doing well. A little slow, but it's doing well. Over here, I've got some Swiss chard coming in. I took some, this is oregano that I've trying to get to reroot. And then this is my squash that seems to be doing very well since I brought it inside the house. I have a Dutch bucket system that I have out on my front porch, and it was growing out there, and it was about dead. I mean, I really didn't give it much of a chance, but it's coming back, so who knows. And then I've got a couple little lettuce that I've got going cracky method right there. But outside of that, and for those of you that are wondering, this is actually a photography light, a very expensive one. I do not suggest doing this. This light is close to a $2,000 light, believe it or not. Anyways, it's adjustable up to 6300K, and you can adjust your power on it as well, from 0 to 100%, and it actually has worked really well just setting it in here and using it as a grow light. But I would never spend that kind of money for a grow light, obviously. But it's made do for until I get my rest of my lights on my shelving over there. So anyways, to give you guys an idea of how we did this, right now all we have right here is just a grate that's going across, that's holding the system, the tower above the reservoir. That is a temporary thing that we've got going on. We've only done that because we didn't have anything that would fit our reservoir at the moment. We did find a garden table that we're actually going to be taking apart, because this actually does not make contact with what it's sitting on because of the way that we have it draining. If you see down here, we purchased, when we bought this, we purchased, that is actually the piece that you buy that has the wheels on it so you can roll it around. But it has where it can also drain into something else. So that's the reason we bought this. This was my whole intention for this, was basically, you can see that it drains back out of that. Everything goes down into this black section there and then drains out that tube back into the reservoir. We purchased the reservoir at a feeding store. It cost us, it's a 35-gallon reservoir. It cost us $30, if I remember right. I can't exaggerate how much I'm very, 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 very pleased with the GreenStalk tower. This is nothing to do with the hydroponics, what we've done with it. I mean, it's very well made. It has worked exactly the way I had hoped it would work. I purchased this. I was looking at two different ones, and the other one was called Mr. Stacky, and I purchased this over the Mr. Stacky because I wanted to have a chance of growing some root vegetables. Well, the Mr. Stacky does not have pockets in it that are very deep like this is. They're just not deep enough for doing that kind of thing. I also, with the Mr. Stacky, really would have had to, I think, do more adjusting on it to turn it. We would have had to be more creative to turn it into a hydroponic system. This took absolutely nothing to turn this into a hydroponic tower. And we bought our reservoir, we added a pump, we added aerator, we ran a PVC tubing up from the back of the pump. You can see a piece of it going up right here. Basically goes all the way up. When that pump turns on, the timer clicks on, it basically comes back down into that top reservoir, fills it to the 5 line, turns itself off, and I had that doing that 4 times a day. Do I know that that is sufficient right now 4 times a day? I don't, because I just started growing in this, and this is basically, my mistakes are going to be anybody else that wants to do this, let me make the mistakes and we'll go from there. So learn from my my judgment calls, I guess. Anyways, hopefully this 4 times a day is going to be sufficient. I can tell you that the lettuce and the green onions for sure are just going crazy, and it doing exceptionally well. And I don't know how the tomato is going to do. It's growing. It's made a difference since I put it in there. But I don't know if it's going to, you know, because every plant requires different things as far as what their nutritional, what they're going to need for nutrition, the feed that they're going to need and all this. I put a lower amount of nutrition level for my lettuce than what I do for tomatoes. So I don't know that tomato is going to get what it needs out of this. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I put it in there. Anyways, the lighting that we did on this, I purchased these. They're coat racks. You can purchase them on Amazon, or you can purchase them on eBay. I actually purchased mine on eBay. I bought 3 of them. I already had one. They have worked perfect, and really for what I was wanting to do with them and how I was hoping they were going to work. And hanging them from the top, basically I can adjust and turn this right up here. I can turn that and move it this way or that way to move it closer or further away. As you can see, as I step back, I have the top part closer to the tower than I have the bottom part. And the reason being is I have some young lettuce at the top that really requires the light to be closer to them, where the lettuce at the bottom, you don't want the light that close. You're going to end up getting tip burn on your lettuce. So and what I've done is at the bottom you'll see another one of these little hand things that you can hang from. I have one of those at the bottom, so, and have this tied off onto it so I can adjust it back and forth from the bottom as well. These have worked really great. I actually found 2 of them on eBay for $40, so 20 bucks a piece. I don't know why majority of them were like $100 and something for these, which made no sense at all. They're just coat rack, guys. That's all they are, is coat racks. So why somebody would pay $100 and something for me for these is beyond me. But anyways, they have really worked perfect for what I wanted. Didn't take anything to do it. They hold up to 17.5 pounds per arm. Okay, so per arm it's 17.5 pounds that they will hold weight wise, and that is plenty enough for holding one of these lights. I can add as many lights as I pretty much need. As you can see, I've got these arms pretty much going all the way around. Right now I've got 4 lights surrounding the tower, and I think it's going to be sufficient. If anything, I might need 1 more, but I'm not 100% on that yet. I'm not gonna do that at this time. So anyways, if I start seeing issues with growth, then I'll probably add one later on down the road if I start seeing issues. This is a project, guys. This is an experiment. Like I said, I put this together. You know, we looked on YouTube. Nobody, and to my surprise, there was no GreenStalk tower ever turned or used hydroponically. I mean, somebody maybe has done it, but it wasn't posted on YouTube. We couldn't find one. So I wanted to share this and share my results as I go along. So, because somebody else might want to, you know, to me, this is awesome. I mean, I'm not dealing with any weeding. I'm not dealing with the bugs as much. You know, growing inside, keep the lights on. I'm going to be putting the lights on a timer, so they're going to come on automatically and turn off automatically, and I don't even have to deal with that. Check your pH levels. Keep your nutrition. Check it, you know, as far as your what you're using for your well, heck, brain fart, guys, in your system, you know, to feed your plants. Anyways, this is really, it's worked out great so far. So is anybody interested in further info on it or whatever, you know, ask your questions in the comments. And guys, please subscribe. Please, you know, like the video if you like it. If you think that it's helpful to you. and press that notification bell. I'm new doing YouTube, so I could really use some help here. Only if you like it. I mean, I'm not expecting some big growth pattern out of this. I just posted this on here because I wanted to share. I really think this is going to be something that works awesome, and I really think that somebody else really might enjoy doing it as well. So anyways, that's it guys for me now. I'll give you an update the next time I have something else on it. Like I said, our next step is going to be changing out this bottom grate piece and taking that off. It has been an issue with this grate, I can say that. That was a temporary thing for right now until we had found something or made something to put on top of the reservoir. It's been an issue because of it being open. Every time that I try to plant something, that perlite will fall down and then it'll get in the reservoir, and then I got to be concerned about getting it back out of the reservoir. Not because it's going to hurt the plants. It's not going to hurt the plants any, but it'll hurt my pump. You know, we don't have a screen right now around that pump. You can put the pump in a mesh bag, but there's still no guarantees on that either. So that's really been the main issue with this, and plus I think the water evaporates faster without having it covered up. Because I've already had to add another, I want to say 10 gallons back to this already. And I don't think it's because the plants are eating that much. They can only eat when I basically bring it up and feed them anyways, so that's not the issue. I think it's just evaporating from it not being covered. So, no leaks. No problems with that at all. If you're wondering what that pole is, that's my stir stick. It's really going well, guys. Anyways, again, I'll get back and post again when I have something new. Thanks all.